Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating it's Sunday, July 3rd, 2016. In both the Lynn Life and the Jamie Body Mind we have some newly arrived soul presences who feel very sad. That's their distinguishing characteristic. The sadness seems to be about the reality that they have seen playing out here, and they seem to be here at long last, is the way it feels from their perspective. At long last, they're at least doing something. And we'll see. We're going to continue to work with the issues of establishing search for truth space through these less dense dimensions where there does not seem to have been a search for truth effort established ever. And then to continue on with our assignment of manifesting the divine plan for the smaller subatomic levels. And with that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin. It feels as though the probes are starting to come out of the clouds or the asteroid belt or however we're relating to it and into something that's less cluttered.
That's true.
A more clear space. The sadness seems to be about all of those levels being revealed as not actually intending to manifest any kind of divine plan.
That's true.
They don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. Someone saying, "What do I know?" And I recognize this feeling. It feels like almost out of breath and almost hit in the stomach, and it's how we feel when we get horrible news.
That's true.
The worst possible news. That's how these presences feel.
That's true.
Pulsing from the smaller subatomic, pulsing the lies up. They feel dusty, dry.
That's true.
Pumping a bellows. Starting to draw up children from the smaller subatomic. Come on up, move through us, not to us. Go higher, higher. See those waving hands? Those waving hands are supposed to escort you even higher to even more waving hands. I do see a series of hands as in a telescope, farther and farther and farther away. It's kind of like the Underground Railroad.
That's true.
Only getting children out of the smaller subatomic, evacuating the children. We'll get them out. See if we can see them blowing through that gay guy at the next level up.
Yes. I feel them moving up through his pillar.
I feel like he's out in the country right now. He doesn't seem to be in the city like he's been.
That's true.
He feels sad.
He does.
But it doesn't seem like he's arguing anymore that he needs to move.
No, he feels calm about it, just sad.
Sad, and it does seem as though it's possible he's accepting that he needs to move to the country.
Yeah, that feels true.
All right, let's continue to draw up the soul plan ribbons from the smaller subatomic and let them lay flat, not only through us but through him as well. All of us living our soul plans and looking up, asking our viewers, would it be nice if everybody around you was doing what they were supposed to be doing? Yes, definitely.
Yes, lots of nods.
Well, then would you be willing to look up and ask the levels that are larger than your levels to draw up the soul plan ribbons for your level, just as we're drawing up the soul plan ribbons for the levels that are smaller than we are? And it will encourage everybody, those people around you, to do what they're supposed to be doing. And if you can't feel it happening inside of yourself, for yourself, then something's gone awry and it isn't working. You yourself can feel it if it's actually happening.
That's true.
And it feels peaceful and calm, better. They're going up really easily through this gay man now.
That's true, very smooth.
Yes, I feel it going all the way through his head and out the top of his head now.
I feel them going out the top of his head.
Deepening the merge. These souls are terrified of the merge. I don't know why. It has to do with kind of like old wives' tales about bodies or something like that.
That's true.
Now, what do you think? Are you going to catch cooties? What exactly is going on here? It does feel like fear. It reminds me of that realtor who acts like she lives in a very sanitized artificial environment. Maybe she lives in a condo on the 20th floor downtown or something.
It could be.
She never comes into contact with plants even, or any kind of natural life.
That's true.
It feels like these presences aren't used to being in contact with natural life, and they're afraid.
That's true. Very uncomfortable and afraid.
Probably that's how this young gay man in the larger dimensions feels about moving to the country, because I think he's a city boy.
That's true. It feels like he grew up in a city, went to school in a city, built his life in a city.
Right. And now he has to move, and he can feel that he has to move, and he's no longer arguing with the need to move and bizarrely move to the country.
No longer arguing with that.
He just is sad, and also I think he's a little squeamish about touching things.
That's true. Literally about touching things.
Mm-hmm.
How are you defining the merge? I realize I was just kind of merging.
I'm backing into the cells. I answered your question. You asked how I was doing it, and I told you, but that's ask the wrong question, get the wrong answer. Why don't we ask how should we be doing it?
That's the real question.
Yes.
That's true.
I see something that looks like muscle fiber.
I feel muscle fibery feelings.
All right, let's merge at the level of a muscle, or of muscle fibers. This presence feels okay with that.
Yes,
this
I don't
is
feel
okay.
Scared. I just feel very sad.
I think they might be sad at the collapse of civilization at their level.
It could be what this feeling is.
I hear somebody saying, all gone, all gone. It might be a reference to that line in Out of Africa when there's the fire in the coffee mill and everything burns down, or the coffee storage place, or the coffee processing area. All gone, all gone.
There, now something is flowing better. Sending up the children from the smaller subatomic through us, and through the gay guy at the larger physical dimension level.
And keep going, higher, 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 and then tell your stories and ask your questions.
But it occurs to me that we're clearing children from the smaller subatomic,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume what we're clearing is the non-physical souls. And are we leaving behind physical bodies? Or are they also clearing because they're so small? Are they moving through us? I don't actually know.
Well, I think from their perspective, they're not moving through us. From their perspective, they're their own size.
That's true.
From our perspective, I think you can feel the energy flow, right?
Yes.
Energy flow has something to do with electrons moving, electron transfer, electricity.
That's true, that's what I was
and
thinking.
so presumably they literally are
moving through us.
us.
That's what I was thinking.
But how it
feeling
seems to
is.
them, I can tell how it seems to the soul presences. It seems like they're moving.
That's true.
But
things whizzing past.
yes.
That's true.
It's possible it's like evacuating children from a war zone. I've gotten that image a couple of times.
That's true.
Maybe we're getting them out of a bad place. Well, it's like the children who are being sent north out of Guatemala and Honduras, and those horrible war zones, and
That's
their families and parents are sending them north in the hopes that they'll find safety. And our horrifying country is sending children back into war zones.
That's true.
We're accountable for our actions. There is going to be the conversation. We're all held accountable. We're all responsible for this. It isn't okay. What are each of us as individuals going to do to make this right? We look up to the larger levels and say, wouldn't you like it if the people around you did what they were supposed to do? They do like it, and would you look up to the levels larger than you and ask them to just draw up the soul plan ribbons, just like we're doing? It is, in effect, putting together a divine plan out of the individual soul plans, and pass them up, and that will create an updraft that will make it easier for the people around you to do what they're supposed to be doing. And if you yourself can feel the updraft, then it's happening around you. And if you can't feel it, then it isn't happening yet, and to ask again. So, to the souls who are here, it isn't okay to just be feeling sorry for yourself and for your dimension and for your level and for your society of origin.
That's true.
This is a workplace. Your level has become contaminated quite obviously, and probably has been condemned, like a condemned building.
That's true.
And just like so many, though, your level isn't unique. What's different about it is that you experience it as important.
That's true.
So turn around and help someone, or you have to leave. We're here to manifest the divine plan for the smaller subatomic. Turn around and help. You can't just sit here in a big comfy chair and pout or grieve. I mean, it doesn't feel like pouting, it feels like grieving. But that's not what any of us are doing here. We have to move forward. You can at least ask up for the presences around you to be drawn into doing what they're supposed to do. If you're willing to do that, that's a help.
That's true.
And if you aren't willing to do that, and you also aren't willing to help the smaller subatomic, then this isn't your right place. This is a workplace. We're working to manifest the divine plan for the smaller subatomic, and actually to form the divine plan just structurally, not conceptually, but to form it by feeling the individual soul plans for the smaller subatomic presences and just melding them together until they fit together smoothly like silk ribbons with lots of backup. You can do that, or you can ask up for help.
I know who's pouting. The big people that poked these presences with a stick to get them to come into this 3D level. They are pouting. That's where this feeling is coming from.
I don't care about them.
No.
They're irrelevant.
Irrelevant people.
Pouters make themselves irrelevant by non-action. You can help. You can help. Turn around and help someone. I can feel that gay man. He's about to ring a doorbell. I feel his finger reaching for the doorbell, and when he comes in, he's going to meet maybe the realtor. I don't know what he's going to meet. Somebody who's going to help him find his right place.
That feels true.
I feel the doorbell being pressed.
Oh, the gay man has gone through the door.
Yeah.
And now he's starting to feel better.
Right. He's taking action.
That's true.
It always feels better when we start taking action. On we go.